What do you do when your basement floods right after you close? Next on the groundbreaking real estate information show. Hi, this is Paul Titterington from Platinum Partners Realtors. And sometimes what happens is that you close on a property and issues come up. For example, raining outside, a lot of rain for the last couple of days. Basements are being flooded. Close on a property, basement gets flooded. Buyer calls me up, says, Paul, my basement's flooded, and we just went ahead and closed on a property. What do I do? Well, the first thing you do is you contact the real estate lawyer you used. And hopefully you use the one that the real estate agent recommended. Sometimes people have their own real estate lawyer, and that's okay. However, that realtor knows that real estate agent very well and can help drive a resolution. So that's key number one, is to get a real estate agent that's recommended by your realtor. And if not, make sure that you have a good relationship with the real estate agent. Also, number two is to go ahead and take pictures of what's going on in the basement before you clean it up. It sounds odd because you're like, I want to resolve this issue right away. But you have to remember that you need pictures, you need evidence. So there's a couple of ways of doing that. I've got an iPhone. I use it all the time. I got a YouTube channel. I do videos. I do everything on my iPhone Max. Got the 12.9 iPad. You can do multiple apps, all that stuff. So easy ways to do that is you can take pictures. You can upload them to iPhone, okay? And then you can make it into a little movie. Drop it into Dropbox. Or if it's under a minute, you can text it out to or email it out to the lawyer. That's key. However, if you don't have this technology, that's fine. Just take the pictures, put them in email. The email, usually, at least on the iPhone, will state, do you want small, large, medium-sized pictures to go out? And I recommend that you just do it medium or small or whatever's going to get it out there. But also, keep the real estate agent in the loop. The real estate agent should be available 24/7. Like, for example, with me in my situation with my buyer, there's nothing we could have done. We looked at the disclosures. The disclosures said, okay, there's no water. Everything's fine. We closed on the property. So with that in mind, what we ended up doing is I ended up, after I heard about this, immediately, this was at 9:30 at night, immediately going in, and I use an electronic DocuSign, which people may already hear. You need to use this technology. You need to use it. So I used DocuSign. I went in, I saw the contract that we had. I sent it out both to my buyer and to the lawyer. And I also made sure that the disclosures were a part of this so they could see this is the disclosure. See, as real estate agents, we really don't have a whole lot of power after the closing. But I'm a person that wants to continue to move forward with my buyer. And people will say, oh, Paul, you know what? As a realtor, we want to close. Obviously, we want to give them the best service because we want referrals. Sometimes people will close as far as realtors, and then they're done with that buyer. Or they're just doing it so they can get that referral back. Whereas for me, just the way I was raised by my mom, it's about service. So here you are thinking about a person that has a flooded basement after you close. So being in the loop and focusing on what's happening. So making sure that you use the right lawyer, one that's attentive, one that's available. Also taking pictures, uploading to the iPhone, getting that real estate agent in the loop so they can go ahead and send the contract, so they can go ahead and get the disclosures. The individual called me yesterday, and this happened 2 days ago, and it's still happening. She said, Paul, did you happen to send the contract, send the photos? Yes, I did. In fact, I called up the lawyer to let him know, hey, I sent it over to you as well. Always good to send an email, send a text, whatever, to follow up. Always call that lawyer up and follow up with the people. Every time I do a closing, every time I do a contract, I call, I send out that contract to the lawyer, to the mortgage person, whoever. I get it over to them, and it's not the mortgage person, but I get it over to them, but I make sure I call to make sure they get it. And then finally, what you'll do with those pictures is you'll also accompany it with a couple estimates saying this is what it is going to cost to get this fixed. And so as a real estate agent, I've got a list of great basement companies that help in this situation. And so what I do is I call them up. They know me. So I say, hey, listen. And it's only because I'm building a relationship with them. And I say, listen, I need some help. Any way you can squeeze us in. And what they do is they squeeze us in so we can get that estimate. You send it over to the lawyer. And then finally, make sure that you take pictures, of course, but also you encourage hope within yourself by communicating with the lawyer and also with the real estate agent. Be persistent. Don't think you're bothering them. I tell my clients, you're not bothering me at night. You call me anytime. We as realtors have failed, and I'll tell you why. Because many of the real estate agents think that they're working, our clients are working on our time. No, they're not. We're working on their time, and we should. And as a parent of an 11-year-old, what a blessed girl she is. I'm able to, full-time real estate, single dad, full-time real estate, full-time father, and it's phenomenal. Yes, it's hard times. Yeah, sure, I get it sometimes, But the point is that you're on the job all the time, as a father, right? So once again, bad situation with the basement. And to summarize, make sure you use a lawyer that the real estate recommends. You take pictures. You call the realtor. You get the contract and the disclosure sent. You also get recommendations from the real estate agent for the basement. And then also make sure that you continually communicate what's going on. Those are really 5 issues, five ways to deal with it. There's other ways too, but most importantly is react. Go and get it done. Don't get stuck in that, I'm stressed, oh my goodness, what am I going to do? But we find hope by moving forward. So once again, I hope this helps for you. I like the term groundbreaking real estate information show. I like it. So hey, check me out. Go to my YouTube channels, FaceTime, whatever you want, social media. But most importantly, it's about the one-on-one referral. It's about the relationship that matters. So have a blessed day, and always continue to remember, search, seek, and find the people that you can grow with, not only in business, but in relationships as well. God bless you.